Hello, hello. Good afternoon. It's Sunday, October 13th. I'm Lisa Neller, and I am here inside the Ultimate Coach Facebook group to share my 15 minutes on being. So this is my weekly slot. We are doing these 15-minute talks every day at noon with a different person. And today's my day. So I wanted to talk today about a question that is on the back of the book. So if you're new to this group, we're talking about the Ultimate Coach book written by Amy Hardison and Alan D. Thompson. I want to make sure I get it. There we go. Now, Steve Hardison, who the book is about, asks us to read it about us and asks us to start at the back of the book. You'll notice there's not a bunch of testimonials back here. He vetoed that. And then he asks us, oh, by the way, he signed my copy a few years ago. That was January 23rd, 2022. And then he asked us to read the first 2 pages of the book where it says, before you begin. And then there's more questions. So the question that I'm going to tackle today, because I don't know, it just resonated with me. That's maybe something I could stand to work on, is who would I need to be to create a level of confidence that is remarkable? Who would I need to be to create a level of confidence that is remarkable? And that's just one of the many questions Steve asks us. So I thought what I would do is break this question down and define some of the words in the question, and then give you 20 ways in which I personally could cultivate remarkable confidence. And so you can listen to this about you, or you could, you could just take the ideas, whatever ideas come, and use what's useful to you and discard the rest. How's that? Okay. So defining who, first of all. Excuse me. So who is what or which person or people? And I am choosing to suggest that who would be a version of me that may or may not exist yet. So that is who is the me or the version of me that doesn't exist yet, which is the most remarkably confident person. And then the word being we can define as existence, right? We be, we exist. And in the context of human behavior and existence, being encompasses the complex and multifaceted nature of human existence. So here are a few aspects to consider. Bear with me. I am using notes here, so not memorizing all this stuff. Conscious experience. So human beings are often characterized by their capacity for consciousness and self-awareness. And being in this sense involves not just existence, but also the subjective experience of thought, emotions, and perceptions. And then there's identity and selfhood. So being also relates to one's identity and sense of self. It involves the recognition of oneself as an individual with unique qualities, experiences, and a personal history. And then it also encompasses behavior and actions. So being extends to human behavior and our actions, the way individuals act, the choices they make, and the impact that they have on the world. Human behavior is influenced by a variety of factors, including cultural, social, psychological, and biological elements. And we know after studying being for a while here in the Ultimate Coach group that it implies choice, right? Like we're always being, we can observe our being and we can shift our being. This shifting is a choice. But it's tricky, because we can feel like really confident in one thing in one area of our lives, but like not another, right? For example, someone might be really gifted in their job and what they do for a living, but maybe they don't feel so confident in social engagements. So there's always someplace we can grow. And if you want to gain confidence in a certain area, there's no way around starting, practicing, being willing to fail, getting up and trying again, and practicing until you start to feel competent. I think competence leads to confidence, and action leads to confidence. And then the word create means to bring something into existence. So if I'm going to create a level of confidence, which is higher than maybe I have right now, I have to bring that into existence. And today I'm going to give you 20 ideas that I have for myself to do that. And I'm not saying you should, but maybe you could relate to some of this. Confidence is a feeling of self-assurance arising from one's appreciation of one's own abilities or qualities. For example, she's brimming with confidence. And then the word remarkable means worthy of attention or striking. So you could say a remarkable coincidence. That was a remarkable coincidence. So it's worth paying attention to. And something remarkable is unusual, exceptional, interesting, or excellent. And remarkable things get your attention. So I took this from the internet. If you take this word literally, you can figure out the meaning. Remarkable things make you want to make a remark about them. All right, so here are 20 ways to cultivate a remarkable confidence, or a level of confidence that would be considered remarkable. And I'm going to talk about this as becoming a version of myself that I may not know yet. And I'm also going to come at it from sort of an entrepreneurial viewpoint. And, you know, you can maybe have some takeaways also from a non-entrepreneurial place. But this is who I would need to be. I would need to be this version of myself who would, number one, spend more time envisioning, picturing, living in the feeling of success. I'm going to say that again because I think this is important. It's my top one. It's my favorite one. Envisioning, picturing, living in the feeling of success, and staying in this vision primarily. I wrote this down because I think this is my biggest growth opportunity right now. And I think, and this has just come to my consciousness really, like I think that many of us get stuck in the vision of us failing. Like because we don't have evidence of success yet, we're stuck in this idea that we're not going to make it, whatever it is. And so I think it's important, and what I'm coming to realize is that it's really important to stay in that vision and to stay in that feeling of success more often, way more often than we envision ourselves in the vision of failure. So if you're in the vision of failure, you're not alone. There's a bunch of us. And you know, maybe you could just think about that. So number two, having a growth mindset and feeding it daily with positive and true thoughts. And then I wonder if this is where I wanted to talk about. No, that's coming up. Okay. So number three, believing in my ability to learn, apply, and improve. And as I believe in that ability to learn, apply, and improve, I'm just reinforcing what I want to do for my vision, for my future. Number four, practice failure. Embrace failures and view them as learning opportunities. And quite honestly, this is probably my least favorite one. I don't want to fail. Nobody wants to fail. Like failure is painful. And if we can embrace them when we do have them, let's just say we don't have evidence for success in our business yet, then we could we could embrace that as an opportunity to learn and to change something up. So trying something new and different. Number 5, stay in service and keep the focus off me. And I think a lot of times we lack confidence in our ability to share because we're so worried about what people think of us, if they're going to judge us or whatever. We think we don't have enough important things to say. That's all hogwash. So we just have to stay in the idea of service, obviously coming from a place of passion. And then number 6, to challenge myself to do new and uncomfortable things. I have done that a lot this year. I created a podcast. I've created a lot of programs. I'm working on a course right now, so I'm really in discomfort a lot of the time. And I could try more uncomfortable things. Number 7, preparation. So I just say be prepared for whatever action you're going to take. So if you spend time in preparation, you're going to have more confidence as you go into whatever it is you're wanting to do. Stay in the game long enough to see evidence for success. A lot of times we want to quit, right? As an entrepreneur, it's hard, and sometimes we want to just stop, but we can't. We have to stay in the game. And if we stay in the game, we will see evidence for success. Number 9, positive self-talk or affirmation sessions. Being aware and watching out for those nasty thoughts. That almost comes before the positive self-talk, is really this awareness. And then read and or listen to my document twice daily. If you don't know what a document is, there's lots of information on this page, I believe, where you can find what a document is, and there's been webinars on it and how to create it and what it entails and all of that. But like once we've done it, if we created the document, which is like an I am statement, I am declaration, then we want to listen to that twice a day. We record it, we listen to it, and then that feeds our non-conscious mind. Number 10, refusal to compare myself to others. That's another awareness thing. If you see yourself comparing yourself, stop it, stop it, stop it. Just remind yourself there's nothing gained here to compare myself to someone else. I just have to be myself. 11, celebrate and reflect on wins. I keep a little what I call it, attraction journal, which is, when I attract positive things to me, I write them down and I celebrate my wins and think about them. And I could do that more. Number 12, respect myself. I think that goes without saying, or even defining, have respect for yourself. Number 13, track progress. This is an area where I could get better at looking at, where did I start at the beginning of the year? Where am I now? Where am I going? How is it all looking? Tracking that and looking at numbers. That's uncomfortable for me. So, and I'm sure for some of you or many of you, that is the case as well. Number 14, pursue passions that are a great fit for you. So if you're in a business that doesn't feel like a good fit, perhaps you could look at it and ask yourself why. And 15, practice self-care. And I'm not talking pedicures here, although that might be a really nice thing to do for yourself. I'm talking about practicing self-care in terms of your health and wellness, your spiritual life, your mental health, and doing things that, ground you, I guess. And so for me, that might look like doing some yoga, doing some meditation, journaling, talking to a fellow coach or a friend, getting support, and that kind of thing. Number 16, practice self-compassion. That's part of self-love. That's making sure that you get yourself as your friend, like you get yourself, and you if you make a mistake or something, you just, give yourself a hug and go, it's okay, just start over or whatever, be kind to yourself. Number 17, I have to realize I'm not alone. I have like a few different communities that I plug into regularly that are super encouraging. And that is something that's very helpful when you're growing a business, particularly. Number 18, set goals and work towards them. Number 19, if I could write down my acknowledgments. I know this is an exercise many of us have done, is writing down all the things that we've accomplished in our lifetime and taking note that we're, we're amazing. And then number 20, see the gold in myself. I need to see the gold in myself. I need to see in me what others see in me. And then you could say, make sure you look for the gold in yourself, see in you what others see in you. So those are my 20. And I hope that you found that helpful today. Thanks so much for listening. I'm going to sign off and have a beautiful day. Bye.